The officials are Bill Harris from Nashville and Al Miller from Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and Tennessee Tech controls the tap, Sean Mundy. She's guarded by Christy Scruggs. Scruggs, coming off of a knee surgery, has only played in 3 games this year. Mtsu Rice with it, kicks it back out. Eaglettes moving it around, and Melinda Clayton takes it and hits the shot, her first points of the game.
That time Middle Tennessee came out, Steve. They were spreading it out, playing out good one-on-one defense. They were trying to contain Tennessee Tech away from the basket, but still one of the big people that you expect to score inside came out and was able to drop it in from outside.
Speaking of big people inside, there's a shot altered by Melinda Clayton. Becky Hall, a 6'4" junior from Lookout Mountain, Georgia, took that shot. There's Mtsu Rice. 3-point try will not fall. She is the leading 3-point shooter on the team. They save it back into Angela Moorhead. She takes the shot. Nobody there to rebound. Morrison trying to save it in for MTSU and does to Pipa Gibson.
At the time, Angela Moorhead had a chance to grab the ball and save it for Tennessee Tech, but she rushed a shot with no one there to help out.
Eaglettes in that 2-3 zone. Hall had to come way out top to get the ball. Shot by Scruggs, hits the front of the rim, no good. Hall with the rebound, it's blocked again by Clayton. Scruggs gets the rebound, puts it off the glass, no good. Hall with it again, still can't get it to fall, and Mtsu Rice has the rebound for the Eaglettes.
Tennessee Tech defensively on the boards is going to have to grab a hold of the basketball. That time they were just slapping it around, trying to get it to someone else's hands rather than grabbing that rebound strong.
Eaglettes moving the ball around. Moorhead thought about the shot there, but lost a handle on it for the moment.
Again, you see the way that Middle has pulled out trying to cut off the perimeter shooters here.
Moorhead from the corner. Her first basket of the night.
Angela Moorhead being another big inside person that you normally look from to feed the ball into, and that time, Steve, she just went to the corner, so they had to adjust, and as they made their adjustment, left her open for the shot from the corner.
Morrison drives and is fouled. She's a 5'8" freshman guard from Florence, Kentucky.
She took the pass and she seen the lane wide open to the basket that time, and she tried to make a move inside, and as she made her quick drive for the basket, Melinda Clayton tried to pull over to help, but she's just a little late and whistled for the foul.
And Julie Morrison at the line shoots 82%. Very good free throw percentage for the freshman.
As you can see here, the lane was wide open. She makes a move toward the basket. Melinda Clayton has whistled as she went over to try to block the shot. She didn't hit with her hands. It was her body that caused the foul.
Full court pressure by the Lady Raiders. Sean Mundy with it for the Golden Eaglettes. Ahead to Ramsey.
Tennessee Tech able to break the press that time, and as you remember back at the beginning of the season, Coach Worrell was worried about his team breaking the press, but so far this season, every time they faced it, they've not had that major problems with it.
Sometimes Coach Worrell worries about things that he shouldn't worry about, though.
Probably so.
3-point try by Ramsey, rims out, no good, and the rebound comes down to MTSU's Pipa Gibson. MTSU coached by Lewis Bivens in his 3rd year. He's 45 and 22. Coach Bill Worrell of Tennessee Tech, as we see a steal by Cecilia Ramsey. Bill Worrell in his 4th year, 72 and 27. Tonight is 100th game as the Golden Eaglet head coach. Good pass by Moorhead. Shot will not fall, and Clayton rebounds it up and in. 4 points for Clayton tonight.
Sean Mundy covered up that time. She was off balance. She just had to put that shot up, or else she would have traveled with the basketball as she was falling away.
Morrison into Hall. Hall looking things over, has to give it back to Morrison. She'll take the jumper. It won't go. Clayton there with a rebound over Capley.
Well, you're seeing right now the rebounding by Tennessee Tech. They're rebounding and clearing it out quickly.
And Mtsu Rice, 3-pointer won't go. She's missed 2, but Moorhead there to put it in. Angela Moorhead has 4 points. Mtsu Rice, by the way, shoots 50% from 3-point range.
She's definitely got the sharp eye from way out long range, and that's why she's earned a starting position with the team.
She started, this is her 4th game starting, and since she's been starting, she's averaging 18 points a game. Capley's shot won't go. Tries for her own rebound. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Angela Moorhead.
Tennessee Tech is playing in close on the defensive end of the floor, and they're trying to be there for those rebounds. They know Middle Tennessee has not had very many shots to fall here, but as Tennessee Tech is pulling inside, they're leaving Capley and these perimeter shooters open, and you're going to have to watch those people from those long-range shots, or they're going to start dropping them and pull them in from outside if they can't shoot inside.
Of course, Capley at 6'1" usually takes her shots from inside. As Gibson goes up, is fouled, the basket will count. That's her first basket of the game. And they call Angela Moorhead with her first foul of the contest.
And speaking of Capley, we were talking about her long-range shooting. She's also 3 of 5 shooting three-point shots.
She will step out there and shoot it.
That time, reaching in, committing the foul for Tennessee Tech, as you were able to see in that replay, was Angela Moorhead. She got a little bit off balance, tried to reach back across and caught across the arm with her hands.
Gibson has 3 points as she hits three-point conversion.
Go middle.
Capley out on the defense. As tall as she is, she's very quick, and she can play the perimeter.
And something we've noticed for a number of seasons watching her, she definitely comes out, plays aggressive ball, even though she plays inside defensively. She don't care to come out and cover you up. Middle back in the zone now, trying to force Tech to shoot the long-range shots.
Clayton takes it from 15, no good. Moorhead going for the rebound. They call the foul. Look like they're pointing towards Stephanie Capley. That'll be Capley's first.
Capley that time was basically trying to come across and pick up the rebound. As she reached in to grab it, she came over the top of Tech, committing the foul.
Moorhead shot won't go, and Capley gets the rebound for the Lady Raiders.
Angela seems to be rushing her shots inside now that they have went back into that zone defense.
Hall is covered up. Morrison, though, was open and missed it wide. Outlet pass to Mtsu Rice. She's going to lay it in. Mtsu Rice, first point of the night.
That's the scoring drought. Tech had been hung up on 8 for a couple of minutes now.
Tech leading by 5, 14:30 to play in the first half. Here in Murphy Center, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Tennessee Tech has now shifted from its zone defense and is out picking everybody up one-on-one, forcing Middle to shoot some shots from outside, and just like that, they're coming up way off the mark.
Capley missed it wide. Now the Eaglettes will set up their half-court offense. Cecilia Ramsey for 3. It's there. Cecilia Ramsey.
The time Tech was patient, they were able just to pitch the ball on the outside around the perimeter. They went to the far side to Mtsu Rice, and as you mentioned in her long-range shooting, they pulled all the defense over and left Ramsey open on this side, and with Ramsey being a good three-point shooter too, Tech was able just to work the ball back over and put the shot up.
There you see Coach Bill Whirl as MTSU wants a timeout.
One thing Tennessee Tech needs to do defensively, as I mentioned on the other end of the floor, they're packed in just a little bit tight on their defense, and then as they pull in on tight, they need to watch the plays on the outside because they're giving Middle Tennessee a chance to pitch the play and the passes back out and to shoot them from long range.
See Coach Lewis Bivens.
Again, here as we were talking, as you see, the ball just comes all the way back over to Ramsey, who was wide open on the side. Everybody had pulled over to cover the shot in case that Rice took the long range, and that left Ramsey wide open to drop it in.
Stephanie Capley was coming out very quickly on her, and that's a tough shot to shoot over a young lady the size and ability of Stephanie Capley.
And something else to look at too, as I mentioned and watching Stephanie Capley play over the past couple of seasons, she may be tall, she may be what you would call big in size, but still she's quick. Tennessee Tech will still pick everybody up in the one-on-one pressure as Middle works it into the offensive end of the court.
It's Capley with the ball. You mentioned how quick she was. 15 steals so far this season for Capley. And Cecilia Ramsey gets her second steal of the game there.
That time just good alert defense in which Ramsey was able to watch for the little sloppy passes. She just stepped right in front of it, as you mentioned, that's the second one for Ramsey.
Man-to-man defense now by the Lady Raiders. Good pass inside by Mundy to Clayton. Clayton has 6.
That's why Sean Monday is the assist leader of all time at Tennessee Tech. She can make those passes count inside.
Has 70 assists this season alone. Ball goes out of bounds. Tennessee Tech will get it back. A 10-point lead for the Golden Eaglettes.
And as we were talking just a second ago when I was mentioning the fact that Tennessee Tech was playing in tight defensively, that time they came out and spread it out a little bit, and Middle trying to correct, moved itself inside and was trying to force a shot, but the passes just weren't sharp passes.
And Sean Mundy picks up the foul as Julie Morrison got a steal. There you see Coach Bivens on the sideline. He coached for 9 years at Carson Newman, and in his 12 years as a college coach, he's 261 and 96, a lot of experience.
He showed that when he came in and took over the program here at Middle. He didn't miss a beat. They had already been able to build up the program that they were looking for here at Middle, and he come right in and just continued with that, and they've been real pleased with having him as a coach here.
Libby Newton is in the game as Morrison is at the line. Shot won't go. Rice with the rebound, but it's a 2-shot foul. Libby Newton, number 14, is in the game, a 5'6" sophomore from Macon, Georgia, and she replaces Becky Hall. So MTSU with a much smaller and quicker lineup at the moment. Clayton trying for the rebound, and they call Piper Gibson for reaching in. Second team foul on MTSU.
That's something else that Middle Tennessee needs to have fall in their direction if they're going to stay close here tonight, and that's going to be at the free throw line. So far, they haven't been very successful in their trips down.
As a team, shooting 73% from the charity stripe. Inside pass, they'll get Clayton, though, for pushing off, I believe. Using the right arm as a leverage, and that'll be Clayton's second foul.
That time Clayton was just trying to get open, and as she made a move toward the basket, she, as you say, pushed off just a little bit with her hands, and the referee right on top of it called it.
Coach Bill Worrell not too happy at the moment. Trying to force the pass inside, and Mtsu Rice comes up with it for the Golden Eaglettes.
Well, we talked driving down today that one of the big things that is going to be a factor in both ball games here tonight is going to be the turnovers.
Off the glass, no good by Ramsey. Moorhead tips the rebound to herself and puts it in. Moorhead is only 5'10". I say only 5'10". That's fairly tall, but she's not as tall as the other inside players, but she gets her share of rebounds. And the way she does it a lot of times, Donnie, is doing what she just did, tipping it to herself.
She's very aggressive inside, and that makes up for the difference in height. She's able to make it up in aggressiveness.
Eaglettes with a 12-point lead. Morrison wide open in the lane. Julie Morrison with 4 points.
Middle is going to come out and try and force some mistakes by putting that pressure defense on again as they pick it up in the backcourt.
Tech not having too many problems with the press. They did get 1 turnover, MTSU did.
And if you'll notice, Middle Tennessee has come out in that one-on-one pressure again.
And there's the foul underneath. Looks like Libby Newton.
Tennessee Tech being patient that time. They just look around, they keep looking underneath, and finally they see everybody's pulled out and leaves Clayton, the tallest person, open underneath, and they just lob it into him.
Melinda Clayton shooting only 54% from the line thus far this year. Get the first one to fall. She's averaging 13 points a game and 9.4 rebounds per contest. Get either one of those to fall, and Capley gets the rebound for the Lady Raiders.
And again, Tennessee Tech is going to have to work on the free throw shooting here early, just like Middle Tennessee. They're both cold from the free throw line.
Angela Moorhead with her 15th steal of the season for the Golden Eaglettes. Ramsey's open, and it's good for 2.
Again, the same thing we talked earlier. They were able to go around the perimeter to the other side, pulled everybody over, had everybody off balance and overloaded, and they came back to Ramsey, who was open for the shot.
She was just stepping on that 3-point line, too. Good pressure out front.
Almost her third steal.
And they're going to call Ramsey for coming over the back of Newton. That'll be Ramsey's first foul. And that is the 5th team foul against Tennessee Tech. Renee Adams coming in to see action for the Golden Eaglettes, number 55.
Just fixing to say, Tennessee Tech enjoying a 12-point lead here, and they hadn't even seen Renee Adams into the game yet, and she's averaging in double figures too.
She's a 6'2 junior from Gallatin. Also in for MTSU, number 40, Becky Hall. Back in, I should say. Newton at the line. First one hits the front of the rim.
Keeping consistent here, Middle Tennessee is not able to shoot the free throws and convert on the free shots.
Second one is good. Newton is a 79% free throw shooter. Maybe just a little bit tight. Moorhead drives, pulls up, tries to pass it to Adams, but it's taken away, and Newton comes up with it. Newton still with the ball. Now she's going to pass it back out. Christy Scruggs with it. Scruggs from Murfreesboro, a 5'6 senior. Capley thought about it. Now inside the Hall. Looks like Adams may have gotten a piece of that one. Scruggs came up with it. Lady Raiders set it back up.
Tennessee Tech is playing out tight in that matchup, one-on-one defense right now.
Turnaround is good. Pipa Gibson has 5 tonight. Tech's lead is 9.
At the next whistle, Arnetta Peterson will check into the Tennessee Tech lineup.
Moorhead inside, forces it up. Contact there, but no call. Both coaches wanted the call, by the way.
One wanting charge, one wanting block.
Mtsu Rice, tough defense out top. Scruggs with it.
Tennessee Tech's been very sticky with their defense. They've played tight on everybody.
Capley will put it up, and there's a foul underneath against Tennessee Tech.
I believe the foul will go against Mtsu Rice.
Here comes Arnetta Peterson. She's a 5'7 senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
She's going to give Mtsu Rice a chance to sit down and talk with Coach Bill Worrell.
Arnetta averaging 5.5 points and 2.5 rebounds a game, and Julie Morrison checks back into the MTSU Lady Raider lineup. As Stephanie Capley steps to the free throw line, shooting 70%.
She's able to get that one to fall on the front end. She has a chance to convert 2 here. They say she was fouled as she was shooting.
She averages 14 points a game. That was her first point of the night. She gets them both, and Tech's lead is down to 7. Again, the press. Arnetta Peterson with it. Renee Adams inside, puts it up, no good. And she comes over top of Hall. That'll be Renee Adams' first foul.
I think she had put the shot up, Steve, and as she would let go of it, she knew it's just a little soft, so she's turning around going for it, but this time the position had done been taken up by Middle Tennessee.
TSU is in the bonus. Renee Adams is the only non-starter that I know of in the OVC who was named to the first team All-OVC preseason. Shot hits the front of the rim, and Sean Mundy has the rebound.
And again, the free throw shooting coming up soft.
Good pressure by the Lady Raiders, and it's over and back. MTSU gets the ball. Coach Worrell talking to his point guard, Sean Mundy. You see Coach Lewis Bivens.
After being this particular point 2-8 in the season, he has to be pleased that he is only down by 7 points to the preseason favorites to win the conference.
Hall with the turnaround. Adams got a piece of it. Tennessee Tech is blocking shots right and left.
You just need to convert at the other end of the floor.
Moorhead shot won't go, and Hall with a rebound.
Tennessee Tech still trying to work the ball down and looking for the shot inside the paint. They're able to get it there. They just can't get the shots to fall.
deflected by Peterson. Ramsey got a piece of that one, and Capley's going to shoot it over. A fourth shot. Gets her own rebound, though. Still can't get it to fall. It's knocked out by Becky Hall. MTSU is going to send in 2 substitutions. Christy Scruggs coming back in, as well as number 21, Christy Brown. Christy Brown is a 5'7" freshman from Murfreesboro. There you see Christy Scruggs, who has not played as much this year as she did last year because of the knee surgery.
Mtsu Rice checks back into the Tech lineup for Ramsey, too. Ramsey deserving a break. She's hustled on defense and offense.
Moorhead shot from outside won't go, and Capley up high for the rebound.
Angela Moorhead seems to be out of her position, out of her game right now, as she's in different places on the floor rather than down low.
Becky Hall gets her first basket of the game, and that breaks a scoring drought by both teams as MTSU pulls within 5.
Again, Middle Tennessee is now coming out challenging in that one-on-one pressure defense. They are trying to stick close to the zone, but they are coming out and picking up somebody individually in that one-on-one defense.
Mundy in to Adams, and Renee Adams has her first basket of the night. A beautiful pass. Hall not knowing what to do with it, and they call a 5-second violation. Melinda Clayton and Cecilia Ramsey coming back in for the Golden Eaglettes, and they're able to keep things very fresh.
Coach Bill Worrell wants to take a timeout. Wants to discuss a few things that he's seen.
Timeout, Eaglettes.
Both teams able to substitute enough to keep things fresh.
I think that both teams need to work on right now is they're rushing their shots on the offensive end of the floor. As I pointed out a minute ago, Tennessee Tech trying to work it down. They're trying to get it inside the paint and put the shots up. But as they do that, they're making their fast, sharp passes. They're rushing just a little bit on the shots. On the other end of the floor, MTSU, they've seen 2 different styles of defense by Tennessee Tech. They've seen that inside pack down defense, and they've seen them pull out and cover the perimeter shooters. And whenever they try to make their adjustments, they're rushing their shots too, which is why both teams are not having very good luck at getting the shots to drop.
Tennessee Tech, of course, ranked in the top 20 and preseason Ohio Valley Conference favorite to win the championship again this year. But that doesn't make it an easy ride for Tennessee Tech.
Well, it doesn't make it easy. Anytime you're ranked in the top 20, you know that everybody you play, whether they're a team with a bunch of wins or a team with just a few wins, they're outgunning for you if you're a top-ranked school.
And the OVC is never a walk for any team that has won the conference. I've never seen anybody come through it unscathed.
Well, I've said several times, too, when you put these 2 teams on the floor, you can throw away the past records up to today because it's a totally different ball game. Middle now appears to be content with being very aggressive defensively, but they are playing a 2-3 zone.
Renee Adams' shot goes, and she's fouled.
Interesting combination that time, too. All of your big people were outside except for Renee Adams. She was out toward the top, and then she made a move toward the lane. As you can see here, she's left wide open, and she's just able to get the pass in and lay it off the glass. She's fouled in the process. Chance to convert a 3-point play.
She was fouled, by the way, as Adams' shot falls off. Rice tries to save it inbound, steps on the end line. She was fouled by Shauna Wright, who has just stepped into the game, a 5'9" sophomore from Kingsport. And now seeing her first action, number 44, Marla Davenport, a 6'1" senior from Morrison, Tennessee.
The call on that particular play, as you can see, she was on the inline when she jumped to get the ball, but then she still come down on the inline before she was able to get rid of it. Was
3-point shot. No good. Rice got the rebound. Good hustle, by the way, on that play by Mtsu Rice. Ramsey running the point guard at the moment as Sean Mundy gets a much-deserved rest. Rice fires it up. It looked like she started to pass it, found out how wide open she was, and took a shot.
A little late after she had noticed that she rushed the shot just a little bit, or else she had probably dropped that one.
Good give and go by MTSU, but they couldn't handle the pass as it came down inside, so Tennessee Tech gets the possession, ahead by 9. 5:35 to play in the first half.
middle has gone out of that 2-3 zone again, pulled out in this one-on-one defense. They're trying to mix it up and keep Tennessee Tech off balance, and that time it works. 5-second violation, turns it over.
And again, MTSU will substitute as Julie Morrison checks back in. She'll be replacing Christy Scruggs. Tennessee Tech, Angela Moorhead will check back into the contest, and Renee Adams comes in.
Renee Adams come in, played a few minutes, and contributed big time to Tennessee Tech.
She had one blocked shot. That brings her season total to 8. Melinda Clayton leads this team with 17. Again, pressure inside as MTSU wants to get it in there, and Davenport with it underneath. Over Clayton, no good, and the rebound. It's a tie ball, so MTSU gets the possession arrow.
That time Tennessee Tech playing that good packed-in defense, and they were able to work on the inside and force the shots to be a little bit off balance. Even though Middle Tennessee tried to work it in on them, the shot was off balance. That's what made it come off.
23-14, Tennessee Tech ahead. We're in the first half.
Tennessee Tech is now out picking up the sticky defense out top and sticking with that one-on-one defense, and there's another turnover.
Try to force it inside. Brown knocks it away on the fast break. Peterson. Shot falls short. Clayton with a rebound, though. In traffic. Back out. Here's Mtsu Rice for 3. Mtsu Rice, 5 points tonight. The freshman from Shelbyville.
She tried it a couple of times. It didn't fall for her. She just relaxed it a little bit and now went back to it, and they're starting to fall for her. Puts Tech back up by 12.
Davenport's all alone. Now they move it over on the left wing. Tennessee Tech with another turnover. Picks up the steal.
I'm sure at halftime that's one thing Coach Bivens is going to make note of is the turnovers. You can't have that many turnovers.
Pass inside to Clayton. She's open on the baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Morrison. Here come the Lady Raiders.
Lady Raiders right now trying to play run and gun basketball. There's a nice block. Nice block by Angela Moorhead.
Ramsey on the fast break, and MTSU has a player down on the floor, not moving too much. That's Marla Davenport, I believe. Clayton shot inside, no good, and it's tapped out of bounds by Sean Mundy.
Good hustle by Sean, but she's just a little bit too much headed out of bounds. The momentum carried her out, and she wasn't able to save it in.
Scruggs inside to Capley. Capley lost a handle on it. 26-14 with 3:08 to play. A low-scoring game for both teams. Tennessee Tech averages 82 points a game. MTSU 72 a game. Moorhead turnaround, bounces and falls in. Angela Moorhead has 8.
A little off-balance shot, but she was able to keep control of it enough to put it up and rattle it around, make it fall.
Hall, shot will not go, and Sean Mundy with the rebound. Mundy gets a lot of rebounds. Averages over 4 a game. Traveling violation on Mtsu Rice. And Libby Newton comes back into the game for MTSU.
Coach Bill Worrell up questioning that. How could that have been a walk when she didn't even have control of the basketball, he asked the ref. Didn't like that at all on Wednesday.
Tech's lead is 14. Hall kicks it out to Scruggs. Back to Hall. A little bit slow on the turnaround, but she gets the shot to go, and Becky Hall has 4.
I think that time her slow move even threw the reaction by Melinda Clayton off it. She wasn't for sure what was about to take place.
Turnaround by Moorhead won't go, and Capley with a rebound for the Lady Raiders.
Middle Tennessee playing a lot of run basketball.
There's another block shot, this one by Cecilia Ramsey. Her first of the game, her 5th of the season. Rice open for 3. There's the back of the rim, and there's a foul underneath as there was a battle going on for the rebound. It's going to be Stephanie Capley's second.
Tennessee Tech will have the ball beneath their own basket. They'll try to set something up here to work it in for a quick jumper inside as they have everybody packed in close.
Piper Gibson checks back in for the Lady Raiders, the 5'9" junior from Centerville. Underneath, Clayton couldn't get the shot to fall. Tech's missed some easy shots.
They've had several times that they've been inside the paint. They've just not been able to get the shots to fall. It's come from several different things, including just rushing. At that time, Clayton just took the pass and put it up, and it was one-on-one, and she had the height advantage, but she rushed it.
Hall looking to throw the ball away. They were sagged on her, and she could have taken that shot. Decided not to. And the shot clock runs out.
That time, they could have gotten her for a 5-second violation. Also, who she finally got the pass off to on the inside was number 14, Newton.
Long pass to Moorhead. Shot won't go. Rebound by Gibson.
Newton was camped out in the lane.
Knocked out by Tennessee Tech. And Coach Bivens not happy at the moment.
We'll see Middle Tennessee come out again, but they leave Ramsey wide open, but this time she put it up just a little too soft.
Newton likes, when she gets the rebound, she likes to bring it all the way down the floor.
She likes to run with it, that's for certain.
That's Newton with the ball into Hall. Knocked away by Moorhead. Hall is now double teamed. And is taken away by Angela Moorhead.
Turnovers in this ball game, as there's another one back the other way, but have been awesome.
Here comes Newton. She goes all the way, pulls up and shoots, no good. And a foul is on, looks like Newton. That would be her second.
Ramsey took up the position and grabbed the rebound, but as she did, Newton realized her shot was off, and she was trying to just go for it to grab the ball.
And with 25 seconds left in the first half, Tennessee Tech goes into the bonus. 21. Cecilia Ramsey at the line, shooting 69, almost 70%. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Say she shoots 70. 5 points in this game, couldn't get it to fall, and Newton with a rebound.
As you mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Newton don't care to run the offense, take control, and bring it up.
Scruggs. Time running out. Rice with the ball. 2 seconds. Sean Mundy with it, saves it in. Time runs out. The basket will not count by Angela Moorhead. And your halftime score is Tennessee Tech 28, MTSU 16. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. A 12-point lead for Tennessee Tech at halftime. Tennessee Tech taking on the Blue Lady Raiders of MTSU. Donnie, first half that a lot of people are a little bit disappointed with.
Well, so far it's been a low-scoring game on both sides of the slate, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the halftime intermission when we were talking, part of that problem's been they just having trouble getting shots to fall on both ends of the floor.
Plus some good defense on both ends, I might add. Moorhead shot won't fall, and Renee Adams puts it up and in. And Renee Adams has 6 points in tonight's contest. Julie Morrison will bring it down for the Lady Raiders. Stephanie Capley with it. Piper Gibson. Becky Hall is in there, and also Christy Scruggs. That's the lineup for MTSU as the ball goes out of bounds. For Tennessee Tech starting the second half, it's Cecilia Ramsey, Renee Adams, who we already mentioned, Mtsu Rice, Angela Moorhead, and Sean Mundy.
Tennessee Tech is playing a good zone defense and basically spreading it out a little bit to cover the perimeter shooters, but they're keeping the inside closed off.
Second foul against Angela Moorhead of Tennessee Tech, and that's going to send Becky Hall to the line.
Becky Hall shooting 2.
Well, we're going to start the second half as we ended the first half, and that's not cashing in on those trips to the free throw line.
Hall couldn't get get either one to go, and Angela Moorhead got the rebound from Tennessee Tech.
Right now, Middle Tennessee is going to come out and try and match up in that one-on-one defense. 5-second violation, forced a turnover. So turnovers a factor in the first half, could be a factor in the second half too.
We hope to have some statistics here as soon as they come to us. Talked to Rob Shabert, Tennessee Tech Sports Information Director, and he grudgingly agreed to bring them all the way up here into the press box.
That's a nice climb up those stairs.
Loose ball, and Angela Moorhead grabs it for Tennessee Tech's Golden Eaglettes.
Sloppy pass in that time by Middle Tennessee caused that turnover.
Here's a good pass into Renee Adams. Adams now with 8 points. Credit Angela Moorhead with the assist. And MTSU wants a timeout quickly.
Well, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, the turnover is a factor here. Middle Tennessee has turned it over a couple of times in the second half. Also, they were trying to force just a little bit their shots inside. They're trying to force things in. Tennessee Tech, on the other hand, has committed a couple of turnovers, and one of the reasons, again, comes from passes. It's not sharp and on target.
This basketball a game of streaks, but we have seen a couple of long, dry scoring droughts by both teams where neither one were able to put it in the hole.
One thing that Tennessee Tech has got to do, they just got to settle down and shoot the shots inside with a little bit more accuracy and try and set up the shot. They're rushing it a little bit. On the other end of the floor, Middle Tennessee is trying to pull Tennessee Tech out into a different defense, and whenever they see Tech powering the inside, they're trying to pull them out with long-range shots and vice versa, which is keeping them sort of out of their offensive game.
Tennessee Tech, by the way, has 4 players averaging in double figures. MTSU with almost 5 people. They got 3 people averaging double figures and a couple averaging 9.9 and 9.6. So both of these teams well balanced as far as scoring.
For Tennessee Tech in the first half, we were talking about their shooting. For Tennessee Tech, they shot only 39% in the first half, as well as only 22% for Middle. So that's definitely what we were talking about a couple of minutes ago.
Cecilia Ramsey came up with the ball for the Eaglettes. Good ball movement by Tennessee Tech, and Rice pulls up with a jumper. It's good. Mtsu Rice has 7 points tonight.
This time Tennessee Tech able to get everybody overloaded, trying to cover up for the inside shot. When they went to the outside shot, it sort of caught everybody off guard.
Tech had 9 turnovers in the first half to MTSU's 15. They didn't count any of the block shots, though, by Tennessee Tech.
There's another turnover.
Cecilia Ramsey, they'll credit her with a steal. Renee Adams' shot is up and in. And Renee Adams is the first player tonight to go into double figures. She has 10 points. Averages 7.2 a contest.
If you've never seen a shock-looking bunch of MTSU people, this is the place to be right now. The crowd's not used to trailing Tennessee Tech, I don't think.
Not here in Murfreesboro. The Lady Raiders have won 11 in a row here against the Golden Eaglettes. Good defense by Capley as they tried to get the pass into Renee Adams.
Forced to pass inside, trying to get it to break open and work it in. They just couldn't hardly get it high enough over the top of Capley's fingertips.
Morrison looking things over from the top of the key.
Tennessee Tech sticking with a 2-3 zone right now defensively.
Newton with a nice jump shot. She has 3 points tonight. Cecilia Ramsey was all over her.
Angela Moorhead was wide open at the other end of the floor, but she had to come back for the basketball and couldn't hardly make the move inside to lay it up.
Newton got the rebound off of Moorhead's shot. Moorhead really didn't want to shoot it. Scruggs for 3. Wouldn't go. And Adams gets the rebound for the Eaglettes. Tennessee Tech a little bit slow getting down the floor this time, Donnie. See them just arriving, really.
That time everybody took a couple extra seconds before they went down the floor.
And Mtsu Rice has 9 points tonight.
I'm not for sure if they thought Adams had come down with that rebound a second ago or not. It's like they hesitated a minute to make double sure, but this time she done cleared the ball up into the front court.
Tennessee Tech's lead is 20 points. 15:46 to play in the contest. Good pass inside, and Morrison puts it up and in. A little bit different by MTSU, getting the pass inside to their cutting guard.
Well, that time Newton was standing out with a basketball, and Tennessee Tech collapsed on her as if they were expecting her to take the shot and left the lane wide open.
Ramsey's open for the jumper, and it's good. Cecilia Ramsey has 7 tonight.
And that's what we talked about in the first half. They overloaded it to the right side, kept Ramsey on the left. They just went back in and put it to Ramsey.
Good pass and a good shot, but it wouldn't fall for the Lady Raiders. Gibson going to send Christy Brown, a 5'7" freshman from Murfreesboro, back into the contest. As Gibson comes out, or excuse me, Newton came out.
Newton's definitely hustled for Middle Tennessee, and a well-deserved rest for her.
Morrison shot won't fall. Good hustle again by Pipa Gibson. She couldn't get the rebound. Tennessee Tech will inbounds the ball.
And we're going to see that full court defensive pressure again by Middle Tennessee. They keep hoping to catch Tech, but like we mentioned earlier, Tech hasn't been fazed by it all season long.
Three-pointer by Rice, nothing but net. Mtsu Rice, she has 12 tonight.
Now you know why she deserved a starting position and earned it.
Will not go by Gibson. Again, a tough battle underneath, and Sean Mundy just comes in and strips the ball out. Nobody around it. Adams puts it up no good, and she's fouled.
That time, Sean Mundy took the ball all the way in, pulled everybody in, pitched it back out to Adams, and there was nothing that Middle Tennessee could do but pull out. That's why they got called for the blocking foul, as they were moving. They weren't, as you'll see here, they had to come out to try and pick Adams up, and then right over the top, Adams puts it up. She couldn't get it to fall, but she does draw the foul.
In for Tennessee Tech, number 31, seeing her first action, Dana Scott, a 5'8" sophomore from Oak Ridge, and back in for the Lady Raiders, Shauna Wright, a 5'9" sophomore from Kingsport, as Renee Adams is at the line. Mr. First Try added earlier in the game, and not getting that one to fall either.
Renee Adams shooting 41.7% from the free throw line coming into tonight. Finally gets one to fall.
Adams has 11, and Tech leads it by 24 points. 14 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the second half. Gibson is tied up. Ball's taken away by Moorhead. Comes to Rice. And here's Sean Mundy. Long pass, and it's out of bounds off the Lady Raiders. Christy Brown trying for it.
That time Tennessee Tech was trying to just get a good quick break up underneath, but Middle Tennessee, being very quick, got back up into that side of the court and was able to knock the ball away.
Tech having a little trouble getting it in. The Lady Raider defense very sticky. Scott takes a three-point try, no good. Kaplan gets the rebound for the Lady Raiders. Almost dribbled it on the baseline.
Got away from her. She made her cut up court. She barely got back to it and picked it up.
Gibson is fouled by Renee Adams. Adams standing almost still.
Coach Worrell just sits back and looks. You think he sort of expected that, just the way that things have went here tonight against Renee Adams on the inside.
And he's sending in Melinda Clayton.
As you can see here, coming over and trying to take up position was Renee Adams. She comes over, she's got her hands up before the shot ever goes up, and I don't know, she could have hooked her with her hand, but that's one of those close ones.
So Melinda Clayton in the game for Tennessee Tech, and Christy Scruggs back in the game for MTSU, as Gibson shooting 69% is at the free throw line. Gibson has 6 points tonight. She's the leading scorer for MTSU, averaging 14.6 a contest. Get the second one to go, and Melinda Clayton gets the rebound.
Made the first one look easy anyway. Smooth.
Mundy takes it all the way to the baseline, now kicks it back out, and Dana Scott takes the jumper. It's good. Dana Scott's first basket of the game.
That time Sean Mundy made a move toward the baseline, and she went at it hard, and everybody thought she was going all the way, pulled in and left Dana Scott wide open.
Three-pointer is good. Christy Brown. That's her first basket of the game. She did it in style.
Right now playing sticky defense is Middle Tennessee.
Forehead shot won't fall. Gets her own rebound, though. Turnaround jumper bounces no good.
Yeah,
Lady Raiders.
she's still rushing those shots, Steve. She's not taking her time to set up and put the shot in.
Capley from the top of the key rims out, and Dana Scott gets the rebound. Tennessee Tech's lead is 22 points with 12:36 to play, and we have a traveling violation against Sean Mundy.
Sean Mundy that time was trying to find someone to go to. As she turned around, she thought she'd seen an opening and then started to pitch the ball out and had to pull it back and drag her foot in the process.
Long shot won't go. The rebound is on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? They'll have to say it's a tie ball. And possession goes to MTSU.
That time Clayton came down with the rebound, but trying to hustle and get to the loose basketball was Moorhead also. So she pulled the ball right out of Clayton's hands, but this time we had about 4 or 5 people with their hands on the basketball.
There's a foul against Mtsu Rice, and they'll count the basket, too.
That time Mtsu was trying to come over, was trying to pull up and take position in order to be in a good defensive position, but instead, as she got over, then Shauna Rice made a move to the outside, as you'll see, and then having to come back and try and cover the shot was Rice, and she had her hands on her hips, and they called her for the foul.
Shauna Wright, a 79% free throw shooter. These Lady Raiders have good free throw shooting percentages. And Wright converts the three-point play. Pass to Dana Scott. One of those baseball passes from Mtsu Rice. Rice with it into Clayton. Clayton baseline. Turnaround is there. Melinda Clayton has 8.
Several options that open that time to Tech. They had the perimeter shooters open, and then they had Clayton open inside.
Capley's shot is blocked. And finally, Clayton comes down with a rebound. Good hustle by Pipa Gibson. Very impressed with this young lady.
She's played very much hustle basketball here on both ends of the floor.
Capley fronting Clayton gets the steal.
Dana put that pass up just a little too soft, and it was able to be picked up on the steal by Middle.
Gibson was wide open, but passed it to Capley, and she's fouled by Angela Moorhead. That'll be Moorhead's 3rd foul of the game. And Julie Morrison will check back in for the Lady Raiders.
As you can see here, Capley was able to make a move down along the baseline. She got around Angela, and then Angela trying to come back across and just slap the ball away, got her with her body.
And Renee Adams comes in replacing Angela Moorhead. Also coming in, Cecilia Ramsey for Tennessee Tech's Golden Eaglettes. And timeout is called. 48-27. Tennessee Tech still holding on to a 21-point lead with 11 minutes and 13 seconds left to play.
As we mentioned, when both teams came into the ball game tonight, Steve, Middle Tennessee was riding a 6-game losing streak, 2-8 coming in, and then again on the other hand, Tennessee Tech 7-2 coming into this basketball game. And I told you that the fact was, no matter what happens up into this point, both of these teams, you can throw away their past records, and also with Middle riding a 6-game losing streak, that they were going to make some adjustments. One thing to mention coming into this basketball game tonight, that is that Tennessee Tech, when they have outscored their opponents, are 7-0.
Well, you just didn't think I was paying attention, did you?
I thought I had you. We rehearsed this on the media van coming down.
Yes, very good, Donnie. Here you see part of the Tech partisans. Tennessee Tech brings a good contingency here to Murfreesboro.
With that shot, I try to find my seat there and get ready for the men's game tonight so I can yell. I very rarely get to do that at basketball games anymore.
11 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the contest, and Tech leading by 21. Still, we have to point out, Donnie, it's not over yet.
Well, with 11 minutes to go, I've seen lots of leads this large cut down tremendously. In fact, sometimes the lead was lost in this much time to play.
Stephanie Capley, a 70% free throw shooter, only has 2 points tonight, both of them from the free throw line. Perfect from there tonight. She averages 14 points a game, and Tennessee Tech has held her to 3.
Well, Capley was one of them that they were going to want to watch coming into the basketball game, along with Christy Brown, and that's just simply because both of these players have had good outings against Tennessee Tech. They always play well. And right now they're playing aggressive defensively as Middle Tennessee, as they are out matching up man-to-man, and they're staying with their person all the way and forcing Tennessee Tech to rush a few passes and shots.
But Cecilia Ramsey says enough of that. She drives, misses a shot, got her own rebound, and put it in. She has 9 points tonight. Morrison will fire it up. Back of the rim, no good. And Renee Adams got the rebound for Tennessee Tech.
That's what Tennessee Tech likes to do, what you have just had a chance to see, and that's for everybody to rush down and leave the inside open for Renee Adams, where she's wide open. They just put it into her, and she just lays it right in. And anytime you get the ball to Renee Adams inside, you can almost go ahead and pencil that one in the scorebook.
Outside shot will not go, and Cecilia Ramsey gets the rebound.
Trying to change the tempo of this basketball game also. Middle Tennessee is playing a lot of run and gun. They're putting up the shots quickly. They're running down floor, and they're trying to get Tennessee Tech out of its game.
Cecilia Ramsey goes into double figures with 11 points. Against the man-to-man, Tennessee Tech having no trouble just dribbling the ball to beat the person guarding them, and Lewis Bivens wants a timeout for MTSU, 54-29. Tennessee Tech leading with 9:51 to play in the contest. You know, the last time that Tennessee Tech beat MTSU here in Murphy Center was the 1981-82 season. The final score was 81-67, a 14-point win for Tennessee Tech.
Right now, Tennessee Tech enjoying probably the biggest lead it's had on Middle Tennessee in a number of years. In fact, as you had mentioned, Tennessee Tech coming down here to Murfreesboro the last 11 seasons has not been able to beat the Lady Raiders. However, they've usually split in the season.
Cecilia Ramsey here.
We were talking a couple of minutes ago how Ramsey had just taken charge. She goes all the way to the baseline, sees the lane, she goes all the way under, just pulls up, and to be quite honest, had that one not fallen and the whistle had have sounded, they could have gotten a block foul that time. As just trying to change things a little bit, they were able to try and work out and cover Cecilia up down along the lane.
And that's us. Hope you're not susceptible to nosebleeds, Donnie, because we're way up here. In the game for MTSU number 14, Libby Newton, and also back in the game for Tennessee Tech, Arnetta Peterson.
Tennessee Tech has decided to come out and play some of the same style defense they've watched Middle play in the last couple of minutes.
There's another block. Again, Melinda Clayton. Morrison's shot won't go, but she's fouled. And I noticed in the statistics, Donnie, they didn't give anybody for Tennessee Tech a block shot, although
I can recall a couple myself. I wonder if this one will be in there.
Renee Adams picks up her third foul, and Julie Morrison goes to the line. Of course, every time Melinda Clayton blocks a shot, she just adds to the Tennessee Tech career record. Morrison's second won't go, and the rebound to Renee Adams of Tennessee Tech.
Renee Adams played a good, solid basketball game here tonight.
Scott left on the line. They give her 2 points, and Dana Scott has 4 tonight.
Trying to get possession of the basketball. She took a step just inside the circle, so it's only a 2.
Hall on the turnaround, won't go. Newton puts it back up front of the rim, got her own rebound in traffic. Had to be fancy. Libby Newton has 5. A nice shot for the sophomore from Macon, Georgia.
Just kept her head on and was able to move inside and make that one count. Middle Tennessee has been playing this pressure defense all night long, and they're continuing with it.
And they get the turnover.
Tennessee Tech up at this particular point, 56-32. We've been handed a statistic here. The largest victory Tennessee Tech has ever had over Middle Tennessee has been 41 points.
That was back in 75-76. Not too many of those happen. Tech and MTSU, always a good contest. Turnaround by Clayton will count.
Capley, I believe, will get whistled for the foul.
And that'll be Capley's 3rd foul, her first of the second half. And Melinda Clayton seems to be enjoying things at the moment as she went into double figures with that shot. She has 10.
Just as you start to read it, it flies away. Here you have a chance to see the pass went into Clayton. She was open for the shot. She put it up, and everybody immediately collapsed defensively on her trying to cover it up, and Clayton was able to get the ball to fall and went to the line.
Larson pulls up. The ball's tapped away by Dana Scott. Gibson with it now. Pressure defense by Tennessee Tech. Gibson falls down in the lane. They call her for traveling.
Tennessee Tech, they've been playing that strong inside defensive game and had been trying to cover it up. This time they just sort of like went out into the zone defense and didn't pressure and force the turnover.
TSU comes out with a trap. Tennessee Tech's Arnetta Peterson is fouled by Libby Newton. That's Newton's 3rd. Most points Tech has scored against Middle was 107 back in the 1978-79 season. 107-73, the final score in that contest. We got 2 substitutions coming in for MTSU. Number 24, Christy Scruggs, and number 13, Tricia Sisson, seeing her first action tonight. A 5'9" freshman from Franklin, Tennessee.
Well, we had talked about the low scoring here tonight. I don't believe we're going to get close to that 107 points here tonight, but still, right now, a good lopsided lead for Tennessee Tech.
And the new blood just in for MTSU. They get a steal. Scruggs couldn't hit the snowbird. And a traveling violation called against the Lady Raiders.
And you hear the Tennessee Tech fans, they're giving everybody a hard time over that as Middle Tennessee wide open for the layup, blew it.
Dana Scott pulls up, shot won't go, and Christy Scruggs gets the rebound.
I believe this is the first MTSU game that I've been to in a long time that I've seen Coach Worrell not take his jacket off.
Renee Adams got the rebound. Outlet pass to Arnetta Peterson. Clayton's shot wouldn't go. She was way under the basket, almost on the baseline when she fired that one up.
I believe she was a little bit farther under than she thought she was when she pulled up. She just had to go ahead and shoot it.
Gibson tries to put the pass back outside, and it goes off the foot of Cecilia Ramsey. Tennessee Tech's going to send in Cindy Mtsu for her first action tonight. Number 00, 5'8" sophomore guard from Loudon, Tennessee. Also Angela Moorhead and Sean Mundy coming back into the contest for the Golden Eaglettes. 58-32 with 6:29 to play in the contest. Tech enjoying a comfortable lead.
Tech up with a 26-point lead right now. That gets them, I guess on this chart that we have here, that gets them the number 8 spot now. The biggest Tech victory, number 8, was 23 points. That was in 72-73. And again, this with our lead right now puts Tech in the 8th position on that chart.
I wouldn't count on them breaking into the top 9, though. Long way to go in this contest, and of course I know Coach Worrell likes to use his entire bench when he gets a chance to.
6 minutes of basketball is a long time to play, and as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I've seen a lot of leads cut back and sometimes turned over with lots of playing time left in basketball.
MTSU has just been a little bit cold from the field. Of course, you have to credit Tennessee Tech with a lot of that, but if they suddenly started clicking, things could turn around.
And too, Middle Tennessee, as we told you, has been trying to get Tech out of its game by running and gunning. They've not given anybody a chance to set up. They've been on the move on both ends of the floor.
Tech in the man-to-man. Three-point try by Scruggs, no good. Sean Mundy with a rebound. Outlet pass to Cindy Mtsu. Nice move. Kicks it over to Angela Moorhead, who puts it in off the glass, and Moorhead is in double figures now. She becomes the 4th Golden Eaglet to score in double figures. A foul out front.
Sean Mundy coming over that time just trying to get in front of the basketball and was not able to, and it crashed in with the body into number 24, which is Scruggs.
Sean Mundy with her 2nd foul of the game. Scruggs at the line. They were wanting to send Morrison in. We'll see the replay here, Don.
As you can see, that time Mtsu went down. She was just a little bit too far under to have a controlled shot, and she was able to turn around and find a streaking Moorhead and put it up.
Has to come out and take the inbounds pass. Sisson with it. Morrison with a jumper. It's blocked, but there's a foul on Cindy Mtsu for first.
They'll put the foul against Mtsu, but Mtsu that time, as she was able to come out, she forced the play to turn back to the inside, thinking she was able to take position. She sort of lost it for a second, and she tried to come back. She's whistled for the foul, just trying to go up and knock the shot away.
She still doesn't believe she fouled Julie Morrison.
There was a lot of distance between her, and I'm sure she felt that as she went up with that shot that she was just a little bit too far away to have committed the foul.
Morrison hits both shots and now has 9 points in the contest. Full court pressure again by the Lady Raiders, but it's a man-to-man pressure. Tennessee Tech with Sean Mundy handling the ball. It's not going to have any problem with that.
Again, as you can see, Middle Tennessee plays sticky pressure defense. They stay in tight.
Good pass to Moorhead, who lays it off the glass and has 12 points tonight.
The Tennessee Tech crowd been pleased with what they've been able to see here in the first game of a doubleheader tonight. Another steal.
Angela Moorhead, I believe that's about her 3rd steal of the game. Good pass, good fast break. Tennessee Tech doing it right as Melinda Clayton lays it in and has 12 points. Tech has a 30-point lead, their biggest of the game, with 5:14 to play, and MTSU wants a timeout.
Well, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Steve, I'm sure that MTSU fans, as they look rather solemn sitting around here, not used to seeing this kind of performance against the Tennessee Tech school, because out of all the people that play all season long, this is the one team they don't want to lose to.
As we mentioned, they're 2-8 this year, lost 6 in a row for the first time in their team's history. Tech's caught them at a down point, obviously. They're a young team trying to turn things around, and I know that if anybody can do it, Coach Lewis Bivens can. I don't believe he's ever had a losing season since he's been coaching 12 years now.
Well, as you mentioned, he came from a successful record in coaching when he came to Middle Tennessee, and he's been successful here. And just because this team is young and has its problems right now, don't count on the end of the season being a very low number in the win column and a large number in the loss column. He still has a good half season to put some more wins in the book.
And you saw some of the Tennessee Tech men's team as well as the coaches. And if you watched last night on our station, you could have seen that game live, Tennessee Tech and MTSU men. This one, of course, tape delayed from Murphy Center. Inside pass to Capley. She drives strong to the basket and has 6 points. Her first field goal, and Sisson just picked the pocket of Sean Mundy. Capley for 3. Check that. That was Christy Brown. She has 2 baskets in the game, both of them from 3-point range. The lead is down to 25.
Ball almost got away from Tennessee Tech that time, as again Middle Tennessee is forcing a lot of problems for Tennessee Tech, trying to hustle the ball inside. Finally picking up the loose ball and putting it back was Moorhead.
Angela Moorhead with 14 points tonight. Again, they look inside to Capley. Underneath, Gibson. Pipa Gibson has 8 points.
You'd mentioned earlier, Gibson has been an impressive ball player here from Middle Tennessee.
Leading scorer on the team. And MTSU forces another turnover.
That time Tennessee Tech trying to just rush a few passes inside and force a bad pass.
And Angela Moorhead will pick up her 4th foul. Reaching in to block the shot. One of 2 players from Shelbyville Central High School playing for Tennessee Tech's Golden Eaglettes. Here's the replay on that.
Well, as you can see, trying to make a move inside the lane, Middle Tennessee has everybody overloaded to the outside, and then they try to make a quick move inside and trying to say whether it was Moorhead, and she just pulls over a little bit late and connects with a foul.
She got a lot of leather on that one, though. Pipa Gibson at the line. Couldn't get either shot to fall, and Moorhead with a rebound for the Eaglettes. Outlet pass to Sean Mundy. It's 2-on-1. Dana Scott misses the layup. Mundy going for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be MTSU's ball.
Dana Scott that time was wide open as she went in, but she seen the opening close down rather quickly, and she tried to rush the shot to get it off before the defense moved in.
Dana Scott going for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. And Renee Adams will check back in for Tennessee Tech. There you see Dana Scott. I saw her for a moment. Renee Adams, the junior from Gallatin, Tennessee.
Nice round of applause for Moorhead as she leads the basketball game here tonight.
Pipa Gibson over Adams, no good. Sisson with the rebound, hooks it up, no good. And Adams comes up with a rebound. First thing Adams does when she gets the rebound is stick it straight up in the air.
Nobody's tall enough to go after it, she thinks. And in most cases, that is true.
Capley with a good defense knocks the ball out of bounds.
Tennessee Tech with a relatively short lineup in right now. Adams the tallest person in.
She's 6'2". Pass into Adams, and there's a foul underneath.
That time I believe they say that Renee Adams pushed off.
That will be Adams' 4th foul.
Adams trying to break open to get that pass underneath, and they say she was caught pushing off. As you'll see right here, she's on Gibson trying to cover up, and she gives the elbow, they say, to Gibson, but I don't know about that. That one's awful close.
Pipa Gibson at the line has 8 points. Finally gets a free throw to fall.
Here we go. 1 now. 1.
She converted a 3-point play earlier in the game, and she's going to try to be the first Lady Raider in double figures, and can't get the shot to fall. Mtsu with the rebound, outlet to Dana Scott. Scott drives around Gibson. Try to force the pass inside to Renee Adams, and she couldn't handle it. Julie Morrison will check back in. She's at a workout tonight. She'll replace Christy Scruggs.
3 minutes to play. Tennessee Tech has seen the lead cut a little bit from that 30-point lead they enjoyed a couple of minutes ago.
24-point lead, 66-42. Tennessee Tech.
Tennessee Tech still playing that sticky defense, though. Almost forced a turnover.
Off the hands of a Golden Eaglet player.
Adams trying to reach in and just grab the ball, slapped it on out of bounds.
Tech still in the man-to-man. Gibson in the lane, turns around, it bounces no good. Sisson with the rebounds, no good. Arnetta Peterson has the rebound for Tennessee Tech. Peterson will fire up a jumper, no good. Got her own rebound and followed it. Still couldn't get the shot to fall. Stephanie Capley came down with it for the Lady Raiders. Shot won't go, and there's another block as Christy Brown went up.
Again, Peterson with the ball as she tried to make a move inside. She was looking to be able to put the shot up, but reaching in and hooking for the foul was Middle Tennessee. As you can see, that shot that went up the first time was altered by Cindy Mtsu and then blocked again by Adams. I guess there was a double block on that one.
Jill Tittle is coming in for the Golden Eaglettes, a 5'10" sophomore from Johnson City. Seeing her first action tonight. There she is with the ball, turns around, puts it up, front of the rim, no good, but is fouled.
So she'll get a chance to toss in a couple from the free throw line here and get in the book tonight.
Foul on number 42, Stephanie Capley, her fourth.
Stephanie Capley has 4 fouls now. So Jill Tittle at the line for the Golden Eaglettes, a 67% free throw shooter. Her first point of the game. She averages 2 a game.
And she has them.
Limited playing time, and Amy Taylor, a 5'8" freshman from McMinnville, will come into the contest, replacing Sean Monday. And good to see Marla Gibson coming back in Marla Davenport, 6'1" senior from Morrison, back in for the Blue Raiders. She's the one that got the elbow in the face earlier, and it's kind of woozy going off the court. Appears to be all right now.
Rocked a lot.
Under 2 minutes to play. Capley couldn't get it to fall, and Cindy Mtsu is there for the rebound.
Middle Tennessee, they've not given up. They're still playing pressure defense. They're still trying to force things to happen down on the floor.
Taylor's shot is in. Her first basket of the game. They won't give up. I got news for you.
You're right.
Morrison has 11. She's the first Lady Raider to go into double figures.
Robin Smith will be coming into the basketball game here in a couple of minutes for Tech.
Mtsu takes it baseline and is fouled, and Robin Smith will check in, a freshman from Cookeville, Tennessee, and Tennessee Tech has used everybody on the bench, as Becky Hall will check in for the Lady Raiders of MTSU.
Shooting the free throws will be Cindy Mtsu, and if I'm not mistaken, she has no points. This will be her first chance to drop a couple in.
That's correct. Mtsu, a 60% free throw shooter. Well, she was 3 of 5 before that shot. 50%.
You can see here, Mtsu goes down along the baseline. She goes all the way underneath, comes out to put it up, and reaching in and knocking the ball away is number 44, which is Davenport.
And Mtsu gets the second shot to fall. She's very athletic, Donnie. 1 minute to play now. Tennessee Tech up 71-44. 3-point shot is good by Morrison, and she has 14. Taylor bringing it down for the Golden Eaglettes. It's Robin Smith with the ball. Looking inside, passes to Dana Scott, who will turn around and throw up a jumper. No good. Taylor trying to save it inbound, stepped on the end line.
Good hustle, though, by Taylor. I've been very impressed with her and what action she's seen this season.
Half a minute left to play.
Walk on out of McMinnville.
Shot from the wing is no good. Following it up and in, Shauna Wright. She has 5. Time running out as Tennessee Tech is going to pick a win up in Murfreesboro. Mtsu's shot won't go. Ball is knocked out by the Lady Raiders. 2 seconds left to play.
Knocked out by Davenport. Tech will just try to get the ball in.
Ball's tapped out of bounds again, this time by Mtsu. Good defense by Wright.
Wasted a second off the clock.
1 tick of the clock left. And the shot will not be gotten away, and Tennessee Tech wins it in Murfreesboro, 71-49 over the Lady Raiders of MTSU. A 22-point margin of victory ties their 9th all-time biggest victory here against the Lady Raiders. Back in 1972-73, they won 55-33. Tonight, it's 71-49. Tennessee Tech moves to 8-2, and the Lady Raiders move to 2-9 on the year. Just something that you don't expect from the Lady Raiders program, Donnie.
But as we mentioned a couple of minutes ago, that's also something that you can't plan